Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, or another live stream. Why do I keep saying that? God damn it. Alright. Whatever. Anyways, welcome back to another video. Today, we are playing franchise mode in Madden 25. If you enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell.
It's week 12 of the National Football League.
Here we go.
And all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Eagles and the Rams under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine for the postseason, winners of 8 of their last 10.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even.
Here we go, Chad. Here we
Doesn't
go.
let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Stop it!
At the 17-yard line.
So an early wake-up call there
I'm
leads
just
to
playing
a
around with
quick
my bird
second and
chat.
long. Stafford now to throw. And right away he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Seven 0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Rams offense and Cooper Kupp making their way back out. And he's been a consistent force offensively all season, currently ranked amongst the best in the NFL in terms of receiving touchdowns. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. 13 yards remaining on second down. They'll run. Here's the rookie from Michigan. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. His 12th rushing touchdown, his 16th overall. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And job one here, Charles.
Here we go, chat. 14-0. Let's go.
Football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Here's Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7.
right, Chad, I'm back.
Completion on second down. Here's Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Rodgers on the return. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Oh, that gentleman doesn't see the
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there. Got it. And into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect.
Hey guys, I'm just playing around with my little bird.
Target came free, and his guy made a nice
Not sure if you can hear him or not.
Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0.
I'm just playing around with my little bird. Oh, sure.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the... Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they're already in the red red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll buy some time right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Here we go, chat. Here we go. Ready, chat. Ready, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Down a 16-yard gain. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown from 3 yards out. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11. Stafford.
Stop biting my controller, bro.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I can't help it because I'm just sitting back in admiration right now of what I'm seeing. This is a defense that
here we go.
to everyone that they're going to play. You are not running the ball against us. I don't care how you try to go about doing it.
#1 rush defense in the league for a reason, and after that last play, they might want to try to go to the air. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Rodgers to return it. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 59 yards. And the Eagles open the lead up to 34-0. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Fiji.
Here comes Los Angeles.
Doing
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not.
No. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, what are you doing, bro? Move, bro. Like, what is you doing?
Time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice
Chat, my bird is
each
acting
week
like
before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Corum. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Can you just stop?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. This one complete down the field to Goddard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Eagles to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Washington, and now they lead this ball game as well. Set to go here, 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Gainwell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it is 42-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the LA offense ready to go for their next drive. To throw is Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, the sought in in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
At the 24-yard line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Stafford. And he ends up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. He's got Higbee complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here, as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now, as they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Rams offense and Blake Corum set to take over again.
Here we go, chat. Here we go, chat. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Let's get right into it.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Down the right sideline. Oh, partner, I got to tell you.
Let's go.
I think it's something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 22 yards. And the Eagles extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The football going back to the Rams now. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Devin White is 2nd sack of the night.
At the 11-yard line.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw, Stafford. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does it in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And they'll accept that penalty. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw here. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And that flag accepted. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So that touchdown, the 16th for him on the ground. Why is that important? Well, it sets the new standard for most rushing touchdowns in one season by a quarterback. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd down and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it wide to the left. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. L.A. readies for its next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
You can't do that.
Stafford now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
From the end zone, Stafford. That one out wide and intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news there. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next.
You're very smart.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' creative quarterback. He's not afraid to throw it. Second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Eagles and the Ravens, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Come on.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this.
I'm just doing my little kid voice for my bird.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He keeps it himself. Oh, and they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big.
And he will score. Touchdown. First and 10. Man in motion is Smith. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25.
Did you my hair? No.
Back to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. They put Campbell in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's in. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. Tight end Goddard. They get 16 on that connection. Good for an Eagles first down.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on...
John Harbaugh, not a fan of that call, and out comes the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. Nope. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. Set to go now on first.
Here we go, champ.
They'll look to throw again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that is into the hands of Goddard. He's got it. A big play to kick off this drive. 31 yards. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll let this go for Goddard.
Damn it, Goddard.
Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, faking the give. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's first.
You
Yes.
can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. There he goes again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. That escapability on display, as you can see, the rushing total now over 100 yards from the quarterback position. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take off again. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw.
Why would you move, you dumbass?
End zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense. Still second down.
Here we go, here we go. Yes!
That is caught, side of the end zone. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to run it. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is
Let's go. Straight belt.
So it's a win here for the
GG's.
Eagles. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team.
Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe to him, and notification bell for more streams just like this one. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one.